Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get your ass over to jerichogreen.net to get these videos first. $3.99 monthly subscription. You will get exclusive access to my videos before any other human beings. And I have the full archive of my videos there as well. As well. So yesterday, as we know, was the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And since it was, I started looking at videos. I talked to my daughter about it. I showed her some videos. And I haven't watched the footage of what happened so intently since 9/11. I just start, you get down that YouTube rabbit hole, and I was just looking at this and the different angles and how people were before the second plane hit. People were like, was it a small plane? This is some kind of accident. We had no idea. Then that second plane hit, changed everything. But a couple of things I took away from seeing the footage again and watching the whole story and the breakdown. And since we are so many years removed, there's been all these studies, and they got every single inch of film and all of the cockpit recordings and the phone calls people made to their loved ones before they crashed. But Flight 93, the one that crashed in that field in Pennsylvania, like, it wasn't just these fools stand up with their box cutters, they take over the plane and crash it. It lasted for a while. They mistakenly, they thought they were talking to the passengers, but they were also talking to some of the flight control towers, so they recorded that. But those people who were on that plane who left the voicemails for their families and called their families, and the passengers who decided they heard about what happened. It ain't happening to us. These are regular people. They said the shit ain't happening to us. They got together, and forgive me, I can see the dude's name in my mind. The one who said, hey, let's go. This is it. Let's roll. Because somebody, I think they were talking on the phone. They left it down, but it was still on, so they could still hear. And man, why can I think of the dude's name? Glick. That was it. The last name was Glick. So these people decided, fuck that, we're going to take this plane, we're going to do something. We're not just going to go down as these fools yell Allahu Akbar headed to their 72. So they tried the terrorists, they wedged the door with like an axe handle. These people were smashing in the door with the food cart. They were kicking that shit. You can hear them yelling and screaming and tussling with the terrorists. And I just hope and pray that those people, they gave those dudes some pain before they crashed. And another thing, the terrorist who was flying, he was rocking the plane back and forth and up and down, trying to stop the uprising, trying to, the people who are fighting with the other terrorists, trying to get them to fall down or let go. He was trying to shake them off of the terrorists that they were tussling with. So I hope that they fucked him up. I hope that they cut him with their box cutter. I hope they ripped a lip off, gouged the eye. I hope they did something to these fucking monsters before they crashed. And the people in the Pentagon, all this is overshadowed by New York and the Twin Towers and everything, but there was 3 locations, were supposed to be 4, there were 4, but there were supposed to be 4 attacks had the crew and the passengers on Flight 93 had they not decided to handle business. So it would have been, because that flight was headed to San Francisco, so it would have been 4 targets, but instead the 4th was the plane crashing and unfortunately killing the 44 people who were on board and no more. So that shit was crazy. To see that footage again, wow. Like I said yesterday in my video, if you were of a certain age, you felt the impact of that. But to look at the footage over again, the plane flying in there, there's one where the dude, he's sitting there and the camera's looking up at him, and you can see the second tower, and you see that plane and you hear that engine. Boom, and hit the tower. That shit was wild, man. But a couple things I want to talk about. Number one, we got the recall of Gavin Newsom. That is coming. Today's the 12th. So 2 more days. Tuesday, September 14th. I just posted something on my Instagram page at JG Talk. I'll put it up on my YouTube page as well. Recall Gavin Newsom. And there's people like down the street from me that got vote no on the recall. Anyway, so Larry Elder is the front runner for the Republicans. once Gavin is recalled. And there's an actress out there named Rose McGowan. You may or may not have heard her name before, but not only from her acting, but she was one of the people who came out against Harvey Weinstein. So she claims, and her and Larry Elder are going to do an interview this afternoon, Sunday, at some hotel in Los Angeles. And she claims, she was also on the David Rubin Report on YouTube, and she said that after she came out with accusations against Harvey Weinstein, that Gavin Newsom's wife called her and asked if there's anything she could do to make her happy. AKA, how can we get you to shut the fuck up? And I'll talk about what you know and what you experienced. Now, that's weird that the governor's wife would be doing that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to call her wife. She literally goes by, she's the first partner. Not the first lady, not the governor's wife. She goes by first partner. So she doesn't make anyone feel left out. Like I say, people, a room full of Hollywood pervert writers, guns to their head, could not write this shit. So she claims that Gavin Newsom's wife called her and see, what can we do to grease the wheels to get you to stay quiet, to say hush, hush about this Weinstein shit. So I can't wait to see that interview, to see what she says. She seems credible. I've seen the footage from a clip from the Rubin Report. And when she came out and said it, she seems very credible. It seems like she's telling the truth. She does have a lot to lose, because once you paint yourself with that conservative or Republican or anti-Hollywood pervert machine brush, well, that's a wrap. So she does have something to lose. So I will watch that when it happens today, and I will definitely get back to you on that one. Will it have an effect on whether or not Newsom gets recalled? It should. Hashtag me too, right? Believe all who? You remember that shit. So we'll see. I will definitely keep you abreast to that one. And people, your girl, she's back. Just when you thought she was letting stupid shit, she was done letting stupid shit fall out of that hole under your nose. Here comes Loco Cortez. You motherfucker. Her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. Well, that dumbass is back at it again. I guess she must have finished her coloring book and her Capri Sun because she had extra time. She had spare time. So she got on CNN, of course, with Anderson Cooper. And they were talking about the anti-abortion law in Texas, where it bans abortions from 6 weeks and on. Basically, once they hear the heartbeat, can't be doing that shit. So she was on there talking to Anderson Cooper. And this far left SJW, all-inclusive progressive nonsense group, it's very hard to step through that minefield of words. Because if you... I'm back. So, if you say the wrong thing and you upset the wrong group, that could be it for you. It could be curtains. You might get... some of your sponsors dropped. People might be picketing outside of your movies. All kinds of crazy shit. So you got to be careful when you're contorting yourself through that minefield of the right words on the left. So to make sure she didn't do that, to make sure she didn't rub anyone the wrong way, she was talking about the abortions. You don't have 6 weeks. And Governor Abbott, he doesn't know anything about the female body or the non-binary or any other menstruating people. Ladies, I want to hear from you, ladies. She said other menstruating people. Now, go ahead. I'll say it, guys. Don't worry. I'll take this one for you. I'll speak for the class. What the fuck does that mean? Menstruating people? I thought we had a word for menstruating people. We have a few words for them. Ladies, women, females, chicks, broads. However you want to describe them, we already have names for them. They're called women, females. What the fuck? What is a menstruating person? I'll tell you what these crazy fools think it is. It's anybody who identifies as someone who can have a period. Number one, who would want that? You think women want a period? You think they want all the shit that comes along with it? If they had a period line, there wouldn't be a woman standing in it if they had a choice. That is not the fun part of being a lady. Nobody wants to be in 6th grade wearing white pants and they stand up to walk to the front of the class. You know how the story ends. No woman wants that. But these crazy bastards seem to. So she said, menstruating people. You know, I had to look it up because, of course, I know about it from a voyeur standpoint, I guess. I can see it from the outside looking in. So what a period is, or your menstrual cycle, PMS, whatever you want to call it, that's not some shit that is taken lightly. All this stuff we have out here, our cars and our phones and our TVs and our fun and our hashtags and all that shit, this is icing on life's cake. Inside, we have one job to do. We have one objective: to procreate, to make other humans. And the reason women have that is because their body is prepping to create said human. Out with the old, in with the new. That's what their body is doing. It's not fucking around. It's not doing it because it wants to. This is what they are built for. Their bodies are prepping to create life. That's not something you take lightly. That's not something, ooh, I want to try that on. You can't identify as that. That's some real shit. There are no menstruating people. There are women who can menstruate and men who can't. And she was talking about, and there are some women, other people who can't do that. Maybe a woman had cancer and she had a hysterectomy. How many women have had hysterectomies? Stop that shit. Don't lump them together with these fucking crazies who think they're women because they pop some pills and put on some rouge and a skirt. And 9 out of 10 of them still look like shit. You can see that's a man from 10 miles away. No woman got no fucking shoulders and hands like that. If a woman has hands like that, don't touch me. You don't want a hand job from that. Nobody wants a hand job from those big ass mitts. You're not a woman because you wanna. It don't work that way. This is the hand you were dealt. And again, I feel bad for people who are struggling where you really think you're the opposite sex. That's some cold shit, and I feel bad for you. But don't try to shape the rest of the world to what's going on upstairs. Menstruating people, and this fool is an elected official. She makes laws and shit. That's the scary part. If she was just some dummy in her apartment spouting stupid shit on Twitter, I wouldn't care. This fool makes laws. Menstruating people. And she also talked about another group of people called two-spirit people. Somebody please in the comment section explain to me what the fuck a two-spirit person is. Now you can identify having extra like souls in you, man. Shit. This is too much. Menstruating people, two spirits. If you want a period, you can have one. Here, if you want a period so bad, go ask a woman to have you give her hers. I'm sure she would give that shit up in half a heartbeat. Man, let me get up in here with my beautiful wife and kids. But before I do, Americans, the future of America is looking worse every day. Those who are observant can see that something bad is going to happen soon. If it does, are you prepared? Do you have enough food, water, and supplies to get you through hard times? If not, check out My Patriot Supply. They are the nation's #1 preparedness company, and they have served millions of American families just like yours. Right now, you can save 25% off their popular 4-week emergency food kit, which will keep you well fed with 4 weeks worth of breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, and snacks totaling over 2,000 calories a day. This food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. And if stuff keeps going like it is, you might need it before then. So don't wait. Go to preparewithjericho.com and claim your 4-week emergency food kit. You will save 25% if you act now. That's preparewithjericho.com. Don't wait. Do it today. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize a PayPal link, Teespring link, jerichogreen.net, and Rumble. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.